everyone, my name is Carrie. I'm a homeschooling mom to a 7-year-old boy, and today I'm going to talk about our experience with Blossom and Root Level 1 Science, the Migrate Space Adventure. So it's very gentle. It's made for kindergarten. I used it for my first grader. It could be used for a preschooler, but we had a great time. And by the time we got to lesson 12, it did get deeper, and I actually learned a lot. The premise of this is that you are traveling to a different solar system, and you're going to an imaginary planet, and you're going to meet an imaginary character named Zola. And we built a rocket ship on our way there. In lesson 7, it tells you to build a rocket ship. My husband built it. He went a little overboard. We have a really nice rocket, and I'm going to post some pictures of that at the end. When you meet Zola, you have a tea party with her. I'm also going to post some pictures of that. So this was our fun subject for the year. But I was really surprised at how much I learned, and just looking at the size of the planets and the size of the universe, and it was really interesting. So it starts. You're learning about living things. We learned about some non-living things. So I printed out the student workbook. It's a PDF file, and so every day that you're doing science, you'll do your calendar work, and then they'll draw a picture about something that they learned that day. I kept the teacher's part of it on my laptop, and so we would talk about the lesson, talk about the main points that we're supposed to learn that day, and then I would click on the links for the videos that we could watch to go with it. So there were National Geographic videos, NASA videos, the SciKids show videos. And once we added those videos, it really brought everything together about what we were trying to learn for that lesson. And I thought the videos were really good. I probably wouldn't want to use those videos for a child any older than 7. But for us, it was perfect. And so then it gives you the page numbers for your spines that you can go to. This is one of the spines I use. They do give you a lot of options on spines that you could use. And so we learned about black holes in the solar system. We learned about the layers of the atmosphere, the different planets, the rovers, the International Space Station. And so this is one of the spines that we use, DK Smithsonian Space. And this is what the pictures look like. We would read the text on the page, and then he would draw his picture of what we learned that day. So this is from week 18. He drew the moon and the craters on the moon. And there's also an opportunity here, which I wasn't prepared for this, but you could add human anatomy or the human body and health, because it does talk about what you could bring with you to space, what healthy foods you're going to need, how do you exercise when you're in space, and brushing your teeth and things like that. So here on week 30, he found a book in my house of organs, and he drew the heart and lungs here, but I didn't really add the human body part to this, but that could expand on it as well. And towards the end of the year, like after week 30, you don't have as many videos to watch and stuff like that. So I did use other books, and I forgot. I already returned those to the library, but I'm trying to remember some of the books we read. Mae Jemison. We got a couple of picture books about her from the library. She was the first Black female astronaut, and that was really interesting to read about her. Another book called Birthday on Mars. We read Who is Neil Armstrong, and we also read about Mary Jackson, the first Black NASA engineer in the late 50s. And then we had our tea party. during the Tea Party, and since then, I have reviewed with my son a little bit about the things that we learned. On some of these work pages, they would ask him questions like, what is Saturn made of? Saturn is made of gas. Mars is made of rock. So we also learned the layers of the atmosphere, the order of the planets from the sun. So I just made a study guide and I questioned him on this to try to make sure he retained some of the information. But regardless, I'm sure he'll remember the experience, and we can go over space again when he's older. But it was a memorable year, and I know that he learned some of this, and we talk about this a lot at home. So we really had a great time with it. And I think that is all that I need to tell you about it. And so I'll show some pictures of what we did. Bye, guys.